And then welcome to a small little Final Fantasy Tactics whip-off here. Well, nah, actually, no. It's very clearly, very heavily inspired off the Tactics Advanced games. There's like no real getting around it. So this is Fragrant story. Not to be confused with Vagrant story. I see what you did though. This game has a very like plant theme kind of thing with the god people you play as being fragrant. Anyway, we are reviewing the 3DS version. I want to get out there immediately. There is a Switch version, and that is likely the better version for you to go for two reasons. The base game on the 3DS, which does have a physical. That is what we are reviewing here. We are reviewing the physical cartridge of Fragrant Story. And right off the bat, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why? Because the cartridge has like 3 missions. Like, you're gonna beat this game in like... Let's be honest. You're gonna be lucky if you get the layman's ends. You're gonna be lucky if you could somehow stretch it to like a fucking hour. This game is super freaking short. Now, it did have a free DLC thing. You could download on 3DS, and supposedly you can still download that. Supposedly. And that added an immense amount of more content. But it's not in the cartridge. Now, if you get the eShop version on the Switch, that has that content with the original base game in it. So, you do get all of that. Now, the developer of this game did announce a nice and mystical Switch physical version they were planning. Though apparently that got canceled, and people got refunded. Oh dear. So, this is the only physical version of this game. This 3DS game. Incomplete, short, and blah. So, I just want to get that all out of the way so it's understandable. Because we aren't talking about the DLC stuff. Again, we're reviewing the physical game. So, the physical game is very tactics inspired. If you play the GBA tactics games, you're going to have that very, very interesting vibe. One of the big differences with this game and that game is when you attack and stuff, you get this little roulette wheel. And depending on your settings, you can manually choose when to stop it, making it really easy to get what you want for like criticals and heals and stuff. Or there was a lot more difficulty in it, or randomness added into it. So depending on your settings, you can make this game really easy or really fucking hard. But regardless, this game is super short. It does have a boss in the final stage and stuff, but it's not hard. You get tons of units, and it's very, 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 very simple. Like, honestly, if you played any games like Final Fantasy Tactics, this is going to be very, very simple. It's super short. Is not worth it. Now, you might ask, oh, I want to get the physical cartridge, especially since now the Switch version is cancelled. Well, good luck getting it, because I guess because of the cancellation, the prices went baboof. So, they are now between $60 to $90 plus. Good luck with that. But, yeah, this isn't worth it. Now, if you want it digitally, it's $7.99 on the eShop. Obviously, the 3DS is discontinued, so you cannot buy it on the 3DS anymore. And, yeah, that's a pretty simple price. Honestly, like, with the DLC and stuff, that might be more worth it, obviously. But, like, yeah, for this physical version, no. For the love of humanity. There's so much better things you could waste $90 fucking on than this thing. Like, good lord. And like, I know, like, I've been waiting in like a real Final Fantasy Tactics like sequel for ages, like a real one, not the GBA stuff. But like, I'm not that desperate to want to cling to this thing that bad, you know. I'm not that desperate. Like. As a concept, like, it's not a terrible game or anything. It's just, why did they release it like this? It probably likely had to do with the 3DS cartridge shortage. For anyone familiar with the few limited print companies that were delving into the 3DS just before it died off, Nintendo had a quote-unquote limitation of amount of cartridges left, similar to the Vita. The Vita had a very similar and much more vocal version of that. But basically, it was probably because the production in that was ending, and they basically did a Tony Hawk 5, where they put what they had on the cartridge, shipped it out, and then did the rest as a download. That's honestly my thoughts. I never really heard a straight comment on that, but that seems like the probable reason on why this thing exists like this. Now, the Switch version would have been a fantastic thing to see come out. I actually was going to buy it when it came out, but hearing about it being canceled obviously makes that not happening, at least for now. Maybe in the future. From what I understand, the developer of the game is immensely ill right now. And I guess, I guess it's so bad they're concerned about whether the product will get out. So I guess they just canceled it. I mean, I guess they figured, if he got better, they can always start back up. So maybe down the road. But they haven't said anything else about what's going on in that regard. So yeah, a little unfortunate news. But yeah, for the love of you, man, don't buy the 3DS game. Don't. Anyway. This is a big fucking dud when it comes to the physical. Maybe the Switch eShop version, like I said, is probably more worth it. Like, what I understand, the DLC is like 10 hours of content to that. Now, I don't really know much about the DLC. I haven't played it. I haven't even watched any of it. But I can tell you in the base game, you can't mess with equipment. You can't buy equipment or anything like that. You're presented a bunch of characters. You choose the characters, and you start combat. Like, it's very, very basic and stuff. There's no depth to it that I would hope the DLC added a lot that I would hope. But again, we're talking about the 3DS physical version. This is a dud, 100%. Don't waste your money on this thing. Don't buy it unless it's like $2 or something at Goodwill or something. But fuck, don't buy these eBay prices for this shit. Like, this game, what would I recommend for this game? Nothing. Seriously, this is a horrible physical release. Nothing beyond a single digit. Nothing beyond a single digit of a few dollars is worth buying this game. Because this thing is, if it wasn't for the fact that it's worth a lot of money on eBay, I guess, it's like, if you saw it, for $20, you'd be like, ooh, I can flip that for $80 or something, Be like something like that. But I just... it's just not worth it. It's not worth anything. It's so... I would almost want to play, anything but this lone 3DS game. It's just so nothing.
Looks like the rumors were true. Perhaps we've followed our noses a bit too far. Well, now that we've found the source of this stench... it's time to snuff it out.
Rhubarb. You've been a thorn in my side. You thought you defeated us, but we rose again.
Oh, my, what a reticent reek.